we are just glad to have, you know, PSI TV live here with us from Brandon Harley Davidson. It has been an amazing few days. We are going to be here all day tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. before we pack up. And we've had a lot of great veterans, a lot of great Gold Star families today. It's just been a great event, and I can't thank PSI TV enough for being here, capturing this today. And the Eyes of Freedom will continue traveling the country for many years to come. If you'd like to see where we're at in the world or follow up, catch up with us, just look up eyesoffreedom.org. And I know that we're going to be traveling long enough that this won't be the last time we see PSI TV either. So keep staying tuned, and I appreciate you guys looking in. Hurrah!
We are streaming live from the Harley Davidson showroom. Today is November 19th, 2021, and we have the Eyes of Freedom, what do we call this, display. So I'm looking forward to chatting with some people from this event. Ready?
Yeah, please.
And who do we have here?
I'm Mike Strahle. I'm the executive director of the Eyes of Freedom Memorial that we have here in town at Brandon Harley Davidson, and I had the honor of serving with all the men that are in the portraits here with this traveling memorial. And you know, we're just glad to be here in town. We've been received so well, and today from 3 to 6 is going to be all about our Gold Star families. And it's really fitting for us because Anita Miller, the artist that created all of this, you know, her mission, her drive was very much as a mother. It had nothing to do with being an extreme patriot or anything. It was as a mom. And, you know, she worked with all of the Gold Star families of these fallen Marines to paint for, you know, 2.5 years. And, you know, now we travel all over the country just to salute everyone that served and the families that sacrificed so much too. So it's very fitting that we have the Gold Stars here today, and you know, we don't often get to directly thank them in person. So it's going to be a great day.
And what do you have in your hand? Show us.
So we have this children's book. It's called A Tale of Two Heroes. A Tale of Two Heroes is a children's book that is, the watercolor illustrations were done by the same artist that created the tribute, Anita Miller, and it's written by one of our Gold Star moms of West Davids. Her name's Jody Davids, and the whole book is about how, you know, Wes went over to Iraq in 2005 and served proudly and was proud of what he was doing. He was unfortunately killed during that deployment, and his younger brother Stephen, against all odds, was driven to serve in the Marine Corps after his brother had passed. And Stephen did, you know, several tours with the Marine Corps, came home safe to us all, and when he had his first child, Grandma, Jody, wanted to create this and just really highlight their service and sacrifice. One of them made it home, one of them did it, and the fact that Stephen enlisted after his brother was gone is just a really great, you know, it's a really bold and brave move. But Jody has signed all of the books, and because she really wants it to reach as many children as possible, she even made kind of classroom discussion questions that go along with each and every one of these books. So we're proud to travel with this. It's just one of, we have very few items that we kind of sell as merchandise on the road to kind of fund our travels and things like that. And this is just one of those very small items that we're, you know, glad to part with.
So, any kind of teacher or daycare or anything like that, that, you know, children sit together, this could be a nice reading community event, and then afterwards there are questions to get them interactive.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not always easy to talk about service and sacrifice, a very mature topic with a very young age group, and you know, this book was Jody's attempt at doing that, and you know, she did a great job. Anita, when she heard Jody was going to be doing this, you know, really wanted to help, and you know, she has some experience with watercolor and, you know, threw her hat in the ring to help. So, you know, we're proud of it. Anita is just a powerhouse woman. She did all of the paintings here and the bronze sculpture that's sitting in the center of the room as well.
Oh, wow.
Anita is responsible for all of that talent, so we're blessed to have her.
Other than this event today, how can people get a hold of that book?
So we have a website, eyesoffreedom.org. You can also search on Facebook, Eyes of Freedom. But we travel and do about 30 events a year all around the country. So if they weren't able to come see us in Tampa here, we're a few weeks away from being in Hernando Beach, it sounds like, with one of our men that served with us in this unit way back then. He's the VFW commander there in Hernando Beach. So we may not be heading straight back to Ohio. We may have another event here in December. But either way, we travel with these merchandise items, and in December we're about to launch a brand new website that'll have an online store that you can even buy it on without being with us in person. So we've been talking about that for a few years, and now we're finally doing it. So Mike, yes.
Mike, it was awesome to have you stop back again, and because you know this is live, so you know somebody may be catching it a little later, so just come back.
Absolutely, we're here until 6 o'clock. We're here until 6 o'clock p.m. this evening. Tomorrow we've got a vendor day that starts about 10 a.m. But the tribute will be open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow. If anyone needs a little bit of a workout for about a half an hour, we are looking for some help to pack up at 3 p.m. So I would recruit you down here. But it's a really powerful tribute. All of these men have a set of their combat boots sitting in front of them, and you know, it's probably one of my favorite parts of the tribute. So yeah, we'd love to see you, and we would love to thank, you know, Brandon Harley Davidson, who I hope we get somebody out here to talk to folks. They've been just so gracious hosts. We've made a really great home here the last several days, and Macksam, retired U.S. Army Major, he runs the Veterans Art Center of Tampa Bay. He is definitely going to be talking to you about his mission. But they're doing great things down here, and he's the one that brought us to town. He's the one that, you know, months and months ago, 7 or 8 months ago, reached out for the very first time to speak to us. You know, he had a huge accident that injured him and set him back, and even through all those injuries, you know, he's done a great job hosting us to town, and there's just a lot of people to thank.
Well, Mike, we definitely have these gentlemen to thank. So we'll definitely hope to get some of the Gold Star families to come share some of their stories with us.
Absolutely, we'll come drag them over here, and you know, it's even years later, you know, you'll meet some that, you know, lost their son or daughter just a few years ago, some that was many years ago. But it's never easy to talk about it, and I know they've come a long way, and I know they'd love to share some of those stories with us, so we'll make sure that happens. We're here for them today, so they'll never be forgotten, I can tell you that. So
thank you so much, Mike, and for what you guys do over at Eyes of Freedom. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're honored. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Okay. Whoever comes.
Okay. I've heard so much about this veteran. You are, we will not leave without seeing you. I've had no rest in 20 years. Sean with me, he's a photographer, videographer, and he is the one
Let me make a circle. I'll be right back. 17. And you've already done it right here. They're going to do their paper card. And then they leave here, when? On Sunday or something? And then the last day is Saturday. Or tomorrow. Yeah. And then they go to another city. Come say hi to Miss Strahle. I'm good, and you? I said, it's been a long time. You came out for this. I'm so glad.
guys sign up?
I did.
Okay.
Everyone can, any visitor they said can sign.
Just trying to remind everybody.
Now Mary's one of the 5 millers in the Tampa Bay group.
Yeah.
I know.
I have some
Are they all related? I don't think so.
No.
Quite a combination.
Badges, I'm coming to talk to you guys.
Oh no, she was busy.
Okay, whoops.
Wait,
And,
4.0, 2.0.
Right? But I don't remember it being anyway.
I can read it. They just kind of, you know, they just.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We would do 30 this year.
So once again, we are at, you hear that Harley? Can you hear that Harley, guys? Yeah. We are at the Harley Davidson showroom. Just love that deep roar of that Harley sound, right? So we are here with the Eyes of Freedom display with all these beautiful paintings and the boots to mark the vet that gave his life sacrifice for us. And I'll hopefully get some of the Gold Star families to come share their stories, and hopefully get someone from Harley Davidson to weigh in. It was so cool of them to make this space available for this today. Trudy Behrman here, PSI TV coming live.
Hey.
It's live.
Oh,
it's live to TV. Yeah, we're live.
I'll keep working on the goal side.
Sure, absolutely. All right, Matt, it's so glad to have you over here. So tell us what's going on, how they got here, everything.
So welcome on behalf of the Veterans Art Center Tampa Bay. I have secured a National Traveling Art Memorial exhibit for the first time in Tampa, and this is called the Eyes of Freedom. And this is the National Traveling Art Memorial exhibit that's traveled the nation, different venues. So bottom line of this is a memorial exhibit that we're going to honor, we're going to remember, we're going to educate through this art memorial exhibit. And it does have a powerful message, so I welcome everybody to come. Tomorrow is the last day of the exhibit, of course, but I invite everybody, friends and families, veterans, military, kids and children, to come and memorialize this exhibit that I've been working on for the last 6 months. So with that, our organization is about mental health, healing, and suicide prevention through the arts. We're going into our 8th year. We did have a property in St. Petersburg before the COVID bioterror attack, I would call it, but we did not renew our lease, which actually worked out, because it's really hard right now at fundraising in the not-for-profit world as well as everybody else. But we've navigated it, we are surviving. And I thought that it would be appropriate to hold this exhibit at this point in time for Tampa Bay and the state of Florida. So.
And it's coming right on Veterans Day. So.
Yes, Veterans Day was last on the Veterans Day. So this exhibit, it came on the 15th. It came down from a big semi-truck trailer. We had about 80 motorcycles do the escort off of I-75. They came in a couple days ago. We set up the exhibit. We had a beautiful grand opening ceremony outside. We had General Rock, who is a keynote speaker, Mike Strahle, myself. We recognized our sponsors as well. And
who are the sponsors, Mac?
Ambets, Wilborn Construction, Harley Davidson, Wallstall Holdings, and a couple of Marine Corps leagues. Those are our major sponsors as well. but there's other in-kind sponsors as well. We have a lot of 500 and below sponsors as well. So it's been tough, but you got to keep going on at the fundraising mode as well. So, but I'm just happy it's here, and I'm happy that we can celebrate service and sacrifice. Mike Strahle and myself do not want this exhibit to be a somber exhibit, but it is a powerful meaning exhibit that I want to get the message across that correlates with our mission statement.
And what is your mission statement?
Our mission statement is to provide alternative therapies through the arts, mental health, healing, suicide prevention for military, veterans, first responders, and families. So going into our 8th year again. So it's a struggle, but it was kind of a thing in the little background about it when I started the officers training program years ago at USF St. Pete. And this is a true. Running in downtown St. Petersburg, I had this epiphany or this calling. Something hit me, and it said, "Why not? Where is there a place for there's got to be military and veteran artists out there." And it just kind of churned in my head, and I kind of stumbled and I got involved with some museums and other philanthropic families. And the Stavros family, Paul Stavros, he said, "Go big or go home, Major Mack." I'm like, okay. And then from 14, it just kind of started. I'm not a not-for-profit. I had to learn as I go, but I used all of my experiences in the military with all of my jobs and positions, and I applied that because I was still standing up the officers training program at USSAP. So same concept. So that's a true story. In 2017, we secured our property. Grand opening. It was incredible. We had at least 4,000 or 5,000 people show up. It was really neat. But times have changed, so we have to navigate those obstacles and waters as well. So we're kind of coming out of it. We're still doing the grants and all of that, but we'll get lucky. But this is really this is weird how this has all happened, because February 3rd, I was walking back from the gym where I live in West Hillsborough County, and I was hit by an automobile. And so I had a life-threatening double hematoma. I had fractured toes, fractured wrist, and I went through brain surgery, and it was a TBI. I got out, and I got back in, and I had memory loss and speech. So God, there had to be God.
Because you speak perfectly to me.
Well, I know sometimes. Yeah, I know sometimes. Like at the opening ceremony, I was off.
Okay.
So I know, but sometimes you don't know.
All right.
But I still have some holes
Right.
and some dents and some lines in my head. So I have always reminding that you don't want to get hit by a car.
Right.
So,
You
but
survived the military and get hit by a car.
yeah, and it's hard because suicides have increased about 40% the last 2 quarters, and with the Afghanistan things that have happened in the state of our country and everything, our mental health, we're going to have a tsunami of mental health issues in the decades. And the causes and the effects of combat and war we have just started with Iraq and Afghanistan. So we're still dealing with the I know you're looking at this, but we're still dealing with Vietnam. So
Yeah, we're still dealing with Vietnam. You're right.
and so I'm just trying to do a little piece of the pie with alternatives through the arts. It's a really new concept, and I have to educate people how we do things. And we're not medical, we're not psychologists, we're not anything, we're alternatives, something very basic. And it was really important that we had that property, because that were the 3 prevented suicides. So yeah.
So the fundraising, how do people help if they wanted to do that?
We're always looking, of course, every non-for-profit is looking for volunteers and board members and people that are passionate about the mental health and understanding the alternative therapies. Some people like, homelessness or jobs and transitions. This is a very different concept and a different niche. But they can reach me at www.vactb.org or VACTB, Force for Art, at gmail.com, and I'm going to repeat that again because they're really going to forget it.
Right.
So
and
it's
I'll put it at the end of the.
Yes, ma'am.
When it repackages for tomorrow, so make sure
Okay, yeah.
I probably have it just to make sure.
Yeah. So I mean,
Repeat it.
so VACTB, Force for Art at gmail.com.
V like Victor.
Victor, Alpha, Charlie, Tango, Bravo, Force for Art. Okay, so VACTB, Force for Art at gmail.com. Reach out. I'm out there. I'm on Facebook and Twitter, and got a good website and stuff like that. So, you know, the bottom line is that no one's asked me to do this. No one has said, "Oh, you have to do this." I always say, I don't know if it's a calling or not. It's something that has just led me. Spiritual, God, I don't know. But something has kind of prodded me out there in the universe. And that's kind of, just trying to create a legacy and a little bit of happiness, a little bit of comedy, a little bit of craziness in a good sense, and, you know, a little bit of laughter. That's me. And if I can get that vision out to Tampa Bay and we get people to understand what we're doing, then come aboard. So God bless you.
When you invited me, PSI TV was so happy to come and be here with you guys.
Yep.
This is an amazing exhibit. So tell us a little bit about it. I did have Mike tell us, well, what does this mean for you?
It correlates and it creates, I want to create a memory as well. And these are positive memories because it connects to healing.
And art.
And stories. So this is art. This is PTSD with the sculpture. This is a healing process. All of the stuff, and it's a win-win for everybody. It's Mike and myself, this is not a dark, somber exhibit. This is, to me, a celebration of life and service and sacrifice. And that's it. So, you know, and I've been wanting to get this exhibit for years. And years ago, I brought in the American Soldier exhibit years ago at St. Pete was there in history. That was our spark. That was a huge photographic history. So, yeah. So I know I'm back and forth, but that's okay, right? Yeah, we're good. You got a little comedy, right? Forget about it. Forget about it. So, yeah, that's, you know.
How did you score at the Harley Davidson showroom?
Oh my gosh, you know.
Guys, you hear the Harleys coming in? Oh my gosh, isn't that powerful?
Yeah. So I was looking for a place to do pro bono hosting, and I'm looking all over Tampa Bay. I want to do it in Hillsborough, and some of the malls, and they wanted to charge us. So I walked in here, and I'm like, "Hey, Richie, we want to bring this exhibit," and he goes, "Done." Now, 15 minutes later, this is months ago, Bert Bacharach, Barracuda, calls me and he goes, "Mack, this is weird. This is how the world works." And he goes, "Mack, we want to host it." And I'm like, "I can't do it right now because I would look, you know, I can't do it. But I'll do something over there in the future." That's how the world works. Right. So it's just knocking on doors as well as fundraising. And it's tough. It is really tough. But But you're built for that. You guys are built for that. And if you didn't come and build, they built you. Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's, you know, fun. If you can't knock on a door and accept, you know, no's, it's like sales. It's, if you can't, you know, it's like the 10, you got 10 knock on doors, but I got one. Right. And that's great. It keeps you driving. Right. But you know that this is your objective. You have to meet the objective. You have to get to that, and you just go. And you can't quit. I'll never accept defeat. I'll never leave a fallen comrade. You know, all of these warrior ethos that you do in the military that we trained and led and lived by, you kind of apply that. So. Are the local military alerted that this is here? Yes. Okay. Yes. We had we had a group today just come on down with Marine Corps Forces Command, all of the Central Command, the Marine Central Forces Command, Special Forces, all of that. as well as the reserves and the National Guard, but also all the Marine Corps leagues, the vets. They know about this because I've been canvassing and pitching.
You know who I didn't hear?
What?
The ROTCs.
Yes, I did reach out to the
Okay.
RTCs because I was directed the one at USS St. Pete, but I specifically went up to the USF and talked with Commander Strahle and all the directors as well. So they know about it. They just got to get their guys and gals down here because there's one more day left.
Right. And
But
even
I
the
did
high
reach
schools,
out.
The high schools
Yes.
have ROTCs too.
All of our junior all programs, I did reach out and blast the press release and an invite to Colonel Taylor. He is the SMI for all the junior programs as well. So we did have the Freedom High Junior Navy ROTC do the color guard as well as AFAS, which is the amputee color guard, and they did a great job at the ceremony as well. So we just added a kind of a special taste with the MVets and the young people and combining it. We had two cadets sing one cadet sing the national anthem, and the other one was the God Bless America. So that was our opening ceremony. And yeah, that's
Totally awesome.
come on out, yeah.
Well, guys, hey, it's not too late. We're here till 6.
Yeah,
What
six.
time is it now?
Six.
No
What?
clue.
Hold on. It's 4. It's quarter till. Yeah, we got it. We're getting ready to do an employee. All the employees here with Brandon Harley. We're gonna do a photo. We're gonna have some food here, and we're gonna close up shop. But tomorrow, again, everybody come on out from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're gonna do vendor tents outside. We're gonna have a performance. We're gonna have Thunder and Patrick, which is the bald eagle, to take photos. We're gonna do a performance at Red Star Bar. We got a band called Johnny and the Sweet and Lows, and we're gonna just celebrate and have a good time. But again, I invite everybody because time is running out, you know. And I don't want to fundraise again to bring this down again, but hopefully we may, you know, we don't know. But if we can get this exhibit, we get some sponsors and stuff, right? So.
Well, I haven't come tomorrow, but
I know. I know you guys.
My granddaughter is doing her cheerleading competition.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. We're good, right? We're good.
All right, guys, so this is PSI TV, and we are live at the Harley Davidson showroom. This is such a cool place, guys, and you should see the stuff here. The clothing, this is the Harley style, okay? It is a brand. It has a style. The motorcycles are awesome. The motorcycles are coming into the showroom. You hear the roar, and then we have families, Gold Star families, which I'm hoping I'll get some over here, and they have, you know, there's sacrifice that has happened here, but this is a celebration of life, guys. You know, I did walk around before, but if you can see this is art. Someone painted these. Someone painted these. So this is therapy. That's what Mack's talking about. There's therapeutic involvement with arts, and so that's one way that the vets can get healing. And so art, celebration, recognizing their sacrifice and everything, and it's just a great event. So come on down.
Yeah.
All right, see if we can get some. I want some Harley Davidson. I want some one from Harley Davidson if I can, and Gold Star families. Thank you.
I got one. Yes, Harley. This is Sherri. She's the events director. So this is Trudy with
Hi, Trudy.
PSI TV.
All right.
So here you go. She's
So
going to
you're
do
from
some
Harley,
stuff
right?
with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So I got to get Ricky because we're going to get everybody together for a photo op for all the employees as well.
What was your name again? Sherri.
Sherri. Hey Sherri, thank you for joining us. Looking right here. Thank you for joining us. This is PSI TV. We're streaming live from the Harley Davidson showroom here in Tampa, Florida. It's at Adamo Drive. Adamo and near 301, guys. So come on down. The show will be here till tomorrow. But it was so cool of you guys to host this. You know, how did that whole relationship come to be?
Major Mack contacted us, and Major Mack talked to us about bringing the Eyes of Freedom here, and we were actually very excited to have them come. I myself am from Cleveland, Ohio, so I remember when this happened, It was very tragic. So I was more than happy to help him get the word out and help with the families so that the families could have somewhere to go and see all of these things that are going on. And since we've had it here, we've had a lot of different people coming into the dealership and talking about it and healing. And I think that it's just been an amazing event to have here at Brandon Harley Davidson. And I'm so thankful to Mike Strahle for coming and for Sean coming and for Major Mack just bringing it here. We've had a lot of different military personnel on the property this week, and it's just been pretty amazing that they care this much about our young men and women that serve our country, that make sure that they go and fight for our freedoms. It's amazing.
Yes, and you see you tearing up to her, but they want this to be a celebration, so...
Yeah, but it's amazing.
It is.
Because you don't realize how important these things are, and that these young men and women put their lives on the line to protect our country. And what is the greatest country? The United States of America, right? So...
And isn't the art awesome? And that
it's
statue's
amazing.
amazing.
She
right?
did an amazing job. The statue, you know, whenever you walk into the room, I myself feel like they speak to me. It's overwhelming. It's really, it's an honor to have the Eyes of Freedom here, and I'm so grateful that they stopped here to be with us.
Now the brand Harley Davidson, actually, I'm not a bike rider, but it stands out. I mean, everybody knows of Harley.
Everybody knows Harley Davidson.
It actually stands for freedom.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know if you have another thought or tagline, but for me, as a general public, Harley Davidson, that ride is like a freedom ride. So
absolutely,
I think it's a great match.
Absolutely, and we have all the events here, and they say actually the ticket's just part of being a part of the show, right? And it brings you here so that you can see the Harleys as well. We've had a lot of people.
Looking, right?
They're amazing. I've rode most of my life, and I love it.
And I love to hear that when they come into showroom, and you let the bikes come in the showroom.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's like so.
And
powerful.
they rev them. Oh yeah, and it's very powerful, and it's I mean, there's no words to explain riding a Harley Davidson. There's just not. It's freedom. It's expression, I guess. It's
an American made.
American-made product. It's wind therapy. It's wind therapy.
We
don't go to psychiatrists. We go on our bikes and we get a little bit of wind therapy. Yes, yes.
And you guys do it in community most of the time, which is also another powerful therapeutic thing.
Absolutely. We usually always ride in a large group. Usually you'll see motorcyclists riding at least 5 or more. I mean, it's American. What can you say? Harley Davidson.
As American as it can get.
Yeah. And coming to the dealership and hanging out and having a cup of coffee or just having a Coke, talking, sitting out on the chairs out front, enjoying the sunshine and the warm air.
Seems like you
what could be better?
That.
I encourage it. I say come down and hang out at the dealership all day, all night. We love having people. We love talking to people every single day. We get to meet a lot of different people. A lot of people come in so that they can just buy a t-shirt because they're traveling through the state. And they've heard about Brandon Harley Davidson and they really want to have a t-shirt to take with them. Sometimes they take a motorcycle home and we ship it. It just depends on what's going on. But yeah, I feel like Harley Davidson and Eyes of Freedom teaming up has been an amazing adventure for a lot of people, and there's a lot of healing in it, and it also gives all of us a chance to pay our respect to these young men that lost their lives protecting our freedom.
What population, I know you may not have exact numbers, but would you say there's a significant population of Harley riders that are military or ex-military?
That's funny that you say that. So I have just moved here from Washington, Seattle, and I've worked at several different dealerships, San Jose, California, Las Vegas, Nevada, Glenwood Springs, Colorado. So I've been out on the West Coast quite a bit, and coming here, I can't even tell you in numbers how many military actually ride motorcycles. And coming to this dealership and being so close to MacDill Air Force Base, there's probably not a soul in this dealership that's not connected to the military in some way, shape, or form. I myself and my husband both work here, and we have a son that is in the military. He's in the Army, and he is Sergeant First Class, and he's just amazing. And every day we get to see that our military is fighting for us, and we raised one of those military. So I think that everybody in this dealership is in the military some way, shape, or form. Aunt, uncle, husband, brother, sister, child.
My father-in-law.
See, your father-in-law. So
He's passed now, but he was Air Force.
but still, he was part of the military.
And
so
my sister was in the Army. So
see, and my husband's family has a huge following from the military. They were all in the Army. His cousins and his nieces, and there's just a lot of, I want to say that there's a lot of love here at the dealership. And the military and Harley Davidson, they go hand in hand for sure. They need that wind therapy.
well, I really going to thank you for that as well, because this is a fantastic location for this
Absolutely.
display. I really it's really cool to be here. I think it's a really cool location for this display. I really think so. And for me, it was my first time coming into Harley Davidson, so there you go.
So it brought you into something new.
To something
It
new.
shows you something different. It
Yep.
shows you that we're not just a team here, we're family.
Yeah.
We're with each other more so than we are with our own family. We work great together. We have an amazing team. We have an amazing staff. The company itself is amazing. And
How old is the Harley Davidson brand? It's like very old. Oh,
yeah, so you put me on the spot. So 2003 was its 100th year. So
Whoa.
we're into 2021. So I know that 2003 was the 100th year. We bought a Dyno Wide Glide. It was the 100-year anniversary. So we're in 2021.
Wow.
So they're
That
pretty
is-
old.
This is as American as it gets.
As American as it gets. Yes, ma'am.
Sweet, sweet. Thank you so much, Sherri. Appreciate you. Feel free to come back.
Absolutely.
Because this is live, so if somebody's catching it 5 minutes from now,
Yeah.
they haven't seen this, so feel free to come back. Now, I'll tell you, once this live is done, it will take about 24 hours. It will be a regular show.
Perfect.
So
So then
you
they'll
will be-
all get to see
Yes.
the Eyes of Freedom, and they'll also get to see Brandon Harley Davidson
Yes.
and come down to our dealership.
So if you have a rope, this is not www, that'll be find me on the internet. Although I will create a YouTube video for you.
Okay.
But go to Roku TV or Amazon Fire TV
Okay.
and look for this channel.
Absolutely.
So this is a Roku TV we're on right here now.
Okay.
So this is actually, this is live. And it's also on my app, and it might be streaming to Facebook. I haven't checked. But yeah, but this will be a regular show that people can watch after the fact.
Perfect.
All right.
So then I can also tell them that this Saturday with the Eyes of Freedom, it's their last chance to come and see it, because they will be breaking down at 5 o'clock and taking the show back on the road. So we do have an event this Saturday. We're going to have our Red Star Live restaurant open and ready to take in all of our guests. And we'll also have Vendor Village here. And then we'll have some vendors that go along with the Eyes of Freedom. And Major Mack, we can't thank him enough for bringing this to us, and Mike Stale and Sean. So make sure that you come down this Saturday from 10 to 5. We'll have vendors, food, and Red Star Live will be serving cold drinks.
Okay, so let me ask you, is that Red Star restaurant a regular restaurant? It's open all the time? Or
Red,
is it...
Red Star Live, yes, it's a regular restaurant. It's open all the time. The only day that it's not open is on Monday, but they're right behind the Brandon Harley Davidson dealership, and they serve amazing food. They always have really cold drinks, cold beer, and they have bands. Normally, they have 2 or 3 bands on Friday and Saturday nights. We have bike nights there, so it's every first Tuesday of the month. We have a bike night there, so we have bikes that come in, and then we have cars. We just had one on Tuesday, and we had a bunch of old cars, so they had a lot of fun doing that. And Nate, come on over and talk for Red Star Live.
I can't do all this. What y'all got me
Just
on
say,
to do?
just say hi. Say hi, Nate.
Hey y'all.
And Nate also works here at the Harley Davidson.
I do.
And he's the one who reminded us that
Every first Tuesday's bike night over at Red Star. of the month.
How long have you been here?
I have no idea.
Pretty long.
Long enough.
Long enough. We've been here a long time. So, yeah, but let's hope that everybody comes out this Saturday so that they can see this amazing exhibit and pay their respects to these wonderful people that have, you know, pretty basically put their life on the line to protect our freedoms. And come on down to the dealership and buy some motorcycles so that you can experience the joy that all of us do.
But wind therapy.
Wind therapy. It saves money on a real psychiatrist.
Thank you, Sherri. Thank you, Nate.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Okay. Hi there. We are streaming live to Roku and Amazon Fire TV.
Okay.
It's PSI TV. And can you tell us who you are?
Sure.
Hang on to that. That's the,
Okay.
you have a Roku TV or Amazon Fire TV, look for that channel.
Okay, awesome.
You are?
My name is Mark Brown.
And what's your, tell us what, I don't recognize your uniform, I'm sorry.
So I'm in the United States Air Force.
Air Force, okay. And you're here to see the tour? Or were you here to buy a bike?
I was here looking for a set of gloves.
Oh.
That's really all I came in for. So.
Okay, so have you taken a chance to look at the Eyes of Freedom display?
I have not.
Well, you should.
I will when I'm in here. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
At the next meeting, we just have an open call where you can just talk, you know, if you're having a bad day or, you know, which we just started doing that since I became the president of the Gulf Coast chapter. And I think that's really drawing us even closer because now they know, okay, well, I can just talk to them. I'm not having to just go to this meeting, right? This is like we become sisters almost. So it's very, you know, it's helped to heal, and it gives you a way of giving back, and helping others causes you to heal. So
how did you get connected with this event?
I think
Mack
contacted the Gold Star Mothers, and then we offered to, you know, help whatever we could. We volunteered. We've done different things for them, fundraising and different things. You know, it's a powerful thing, but it's way more powerful than I thought. Even, you know, I'm glad I came to see it. So.
And it's still here till 6
Yes.
p.m. tonight, and tomorrow they have a day with vendors and food and all that good stuff.
All that good stuff. And the Gold Star Mothers will be here again, so if you want to meet one in person, it's always exciting. So yeah, it really wasn't something that I thought about doing, but I see the value in it, and you know, giving back and supporting other veterans and their families. And you know, the veterans haven't got treated well for a long time. It's getting better, but you know, we have one, and that's the other thing. You could ask every one of the members of my group, and they'll tell you a different story about how their child died. None of them died the same.
Right.
So it's very interesting, because I always tell people, when they join the military, they raise their hand, they swear to the Constitution, and they sign the same piece of paper. It doesn't matter how you die. I mean, it takes everybody to make the military. So it's very interesting, because some people try to say, well, they were killed in action. Well, that doesn't, you know, you can't take 4,000 people and drop them off in Iraq and say, have a nice war, call us when you're done. It takes the whole military.
There are people back at base, and people,
Like my son's unit, they flew in the supplies, they flew in the people, they actually brought the bodies home.
My father-in-law was in reconnaissance flight. He was in Air Force, and he brought bodies back home too.
So you have to have everybody. And I always tell people, because a lot of times kids ask about joining the military. Well, what can you do? I said, anything that you do out here, you can do in there.
Right.
So, you know, they have everything. It's just like their own city, their own world.
Their own world.
Yeah. So, and my son joined the Navy when he was 17. Because I was a single mom, and I didn't have the money to send him to college. He wanted to go to college, so he said, "Well, I'll join the military and get my GI Bill." And he started going to college. He actually was one class short of his associate's degree when he was killed. But he had a 4.0 GPA. He was going to go finish his college and then go back in as an officer in the Navy. So he had all kinds of dreams and aspirations. Either that or he's going to work for Harley Davidson. So. It always cracks me up because we have these things at Harley's all the time. So.
Oh, the Gold Star family has
A lot of times we do. There's a couple places we go to because they support us and they support the veterans, and so it's.
Oh, that's.
So I come in here and I see all the Harleys. It just brings me back to Bud. So,
Cool.
yeah, very cool. I think Maverick deflated.
What kind of dog is Marvin?
He's a standard poodle.
A standard poodle, but you don't have him with the cuts, with the.
No. He usually is. In the summer, he's short because he swims. He likes to swim. I have a pool he swims in.
Does he have an Instagram page? That seems to be the thing.
He should have one, shouldn't
Right?
he? He's pretty famous. He could have one. Maybe we should do
yeah,
that.
my son has himself and his fiance have they each have the dogs have their
There you
own
go.
Instagram page.
Maverick, the service dog.
I have another friend. He actually ran for mayor. Didn't win, but he ran for mayor. His dog has more friends. He's more popular than he is.
That's pretty sad. Maverick would have more friends than me, I'm sure. He's got a little personality there. It's fun. So, yeah, actually, a veterans group in California donated him to me. Because I wanted to get a service dog, but the ones you can get here from the Southwestern Guide Dogs, they're all labs. So I'm allergic to shedding. So this group saw me online and they texted me the next day and said, our group prayed about it, and we're going to donate you a puppy. You just have to come get him. So at 8 weeks, I flew to California and picked him up.
So how does the training work?
Well, he's been practicing now, but he's going to go up to Spring Hill. There's a lady that will take him for a month.
There's like a training program. Okay.
I call it boot camp. He's going to boot camp. So he'll go up there for a month, and she actually teaches him his task and works more with him out in public, and kind of just cleans them all up, and then he'll be ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but he's getting pretty good at it. He just loves people. So when people want to pet him or anything, he's still got to. He gets excited, which they're not supposed to. So she'll work on that. And,
but is he still a puppy?
He's 2.
Oh, so he's kind of still a puppy. And that might be why.
He is, and he just loves people. So people and other puppy dogs. But he's really good. I mean, he's pretty mellow. He's laying here. He's not, running around. I think it'll turn out good. I'm pretty excited.
Step up closer and let's get a picture of that. See if we can see that button.
Okay, let's see if we can see Bud.
Yeah, there we go.
There he is.
There we go. Thank you.
Oh, the girls chased him.
I'm sure they did. That's his tags.
I'm gonna leave his tags. And then this is just Gold Star. When Bud used to live with me for a while, I had my first standard poodle, and he'd take him out. We lived in California on the beach, and he'd take him out on the beach, and he'd come back and he said, "Mom, this dog's just a chick magnet." He said the girls will come up, "Can I pet your dog?" And next thing you know, he had a date. So yeah, he's funny. The girls were always chasing Bud.
Or the dog.
One or the other. He was a good guy.
Tall guys in the back, right?
I actually still hear from friends that he was in the Navy with that, they tell me that they still tell stories about Bud, and they've used Bud in their career of telling people, I worked with this guy who came in and said, what do I need to do to get my next promotion? What do I need to get my next qualification? He said pretty soon everybody was like Bud. I want to be like Bud, and so he's really had a lot of effect on people. And he's still remembered after 18 years, so that's pretty cool. He was a good guy. Okay.
So it looks like the Harley Davidson crew is doing a photo shoot with the backdrop of the art from Eyes of Freedom, which is very, very cool. And the Harley Davidson staff has been very supportive of the military in general and of this display, and also to the Gold Star family. So that's really awesome. As American as it can get, guys.
Absolutely. This is Ralph.
That's your husband?
No, that's Ralph. That's the one I told you I just lost her daughter last year.
Oh yeah.
First daughter.
Thank you for supporting and hosting the Eyes of Freedom exhibit at the Veterans Arts Center, Tampa Bay.
This is our Eagle artwork, Eyes of Freedom to this special commission artwork. And we'll do a photo op off of that. And we got to turn around because we got to do the photo op here, right? Huh? Got it. You feel good? I feel great. Right, no, here's the GM, right? All right. 2, 1.
Anybody else?
Good. Yeah, we gotta sell the bike, right?
Give me a free prize.
I'll get you soda. You good?
I'm good.
All right, now we're getting at the Gold Star families. We'd love for you to join us in this picture now.
You want to do another photo op? And I got Trudy and Marcus. Everybody wants you to get in right here.
Filter in. There you go.
Who would you? What? No, what?
Yeah, come on.
Come on. Come on in.
No,
You good? No, we're gonna do you afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Oh yeah. If you want.
Smile. Smile.
I'm good.
You good?
Got it.
Mark, before we break up, you want to jump in for one real quick?
No, we gotta recognize you and Trudy. Trudy, come on up here.
Matt, come back for one more. Mark.
Okay. Hurry up, hurry up. Because all the employees are like, go, go, let's go.
What did you want?
Stand by.
Want me in the picture?
Well, no, hold on. We're gonna present something.
Okay.
Stand by. Here we go. Mike, stand back.
All right, you ready? All right, get back up. Thank you, guys. Richard, thank you.
Fabric's like all over the place.
Hey, real quick, I know you guys have been awesome. I know we haven't done a whole thing, but this might be the only time we can say thank you to each and every one of you. This is not only one of the nicer things
Trudy, come on up here, please.
Thank you, guys. I thank you for the time, guys, very much.
No, let's recognize you. No, ladies first, right?
Yeah,
Let's ladies first. So, you want to do it on TV or not?
The only reason it was hectic is we couldn't keep the employees very long.
Oh, okay.
Marcus. Again, the other veterans are 13 Lima Country Inn. Present a certificate of appreciation for the days of the conference as well. It's a bit of blessing that you have supported us as well. So we're going to do that.
Attention team members and guests, if you're still hanging out on the show floor, just take a moment and go grab a motorcycle horn. We're about to do a celebration. So please go grab a motorcycle horn.
And this is our kind of our $1,000 above sponsorship. It's made about $1 grand, I think, for conference, right, total. But this is our special Eyes of Freedom VACTB Eagle Artwork 4 at 10. This is the Eyes of Freedom, the Veterans Arts Do we want to do this one first?
Let's get it closer since I don't want to hold the mic. It's going to look weird if I hold it.
Come on. Trudy, we just wanted to thank you on behalf of the Veterans Arts Center Tampa Bay and the Eyes of Freedom for supporting us for the Gold Star Families evening here at Brandon Harley Davidson. And this is just kind of a certificate, and we always thank you for supporting mental health healing, suicide prevention, and our mission to do a little bit of happiness and a little bit of memories from that. So here you go.
Wow. Thank you so much, Matt.
And so
wow.
we do have our kind of our Eyes of Freedom VACTB coin that we specially made.
Oh, wow.
And so we have that presented to you.
Oh, wow.
Now the thing is that you have to hold on to that coin, because if I see you the next time and you don't have the coin and I challenge you with the coin, you owe me a drink.
All right.
Now, if I don't have the coin and you have the coin, I'll owe you a drink.
All right.
And it's not a Coke.
Oh,
No,
well,
I'm
I
just
don't
kidding.
drink, so we have a
No,
problem.
we're not drinking. Yeah. So, but thank you again
Oh, wow.
for being here for the evening for our Gold Star
Can I give you a hug?
families. Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Wow.
My pleasure.
I didn't know they were doing this, guys. This is so awesome.
It's called a
Thank you.
surprise.
It is a
But you
surprise.
know, here's the thing is that, you know, appreciation, gratitude, and thanks. And
Well,
that's
it
the
was
thing
my
that's-
honor. I was so
No.
happy that you asked. This
No.
is my honor to serve those who have served us. It's just.
Thank
yeah.
you. So God bless you. And Trudy, again, thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank you so
We'll
much.
see you on the next objective. So.
Sure, for sure.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty,
All right,
thank you.
Oh, here you go, Trudy. This is for you, and this is just you know, for you guys or wrist. There you go. So, let me see if check on the food here.
Hi there, Marcus. I hear your name is Marcus.
Yes, yes.
Come, let's look at right here.
All right.
So, Marcus, we are streaming live to Roku and Amazon TV on the channel PSI TV.
Excellent.
And if you have access to a Roku or Amazon TV, that
Okay.
is a channel you're to look for and download. While we are streaming live now, you obviously can't watch it, but in about 24 hours, it will appear as a regular show. Now,
Okay.
we've been streaming for a while, so you just have to click, 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 and find yourself. But tell us, Marcus, I saw you talking with Mack, so what's going on here?
Well, we were just talking about the Recovery Network, that my wife and I are launching, and it's a 24/7 call center, resource center. We're launching in June. It is a network that really reach out to our veterans, to give them and connect them with resources, and not just our veterans, but also with those who are hurting, those who are suffering from mental illness, sex trafficking. We're reaching those women out there with sex trafficking to get them off the streets, and we're also just connecting people with prayer. The basis and the main job of TRN is to connect people with 24 hours, 7 days a week prayer. If they are in need anytime throughout the day, and it's launching in January. If you would like any additional information about it, it's called youcanrecoverall.com. You go to the website, youcanrecoverall.com.
You can recover all?
Yeah, youcanrecoverall.com. And that will give you some additional information. We're putting the website together now, so if you see it under construction, just wait a little while. It'll be up and running. But in January, that's what we plan to launch.
And TRN, you said, what does that stand for?
The Recovery Network. The Recovery Network, where you can recover all.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much. It sounds like mental health, guys, is definitely the conversation of the day. You know, the whole process of the experience of the military. Some families lose loved ones, or even if they come back, sometimes there's some issues there. And then you talked about the other groups, the sex trafficking
Yeah, sex
groups.
trafficking.
Okay.
I've served in the military for 8 years in infantry, and I served in the Army. And one of the things I noticed that a lot of people suffer from PTSD in different ways. And mental illness is one of the ways in which we're trying to help those who are suffering in that area. And so we want to reach out to our veterans. We want to reach out to those who are suffering in other ways as well. So this is the main thing that we're all about. So.
Did you say prayer?
Yes, prayer. Number one thing is prayer, because what we believe that the prayer is the number one thing that will connect you back to God. One of the things that we're missing in so many other and networks and things that are out there is not connecting people to God. That's number one. But we pray for people. We pray for where you're at. We pray that God will heal your heart, but also heal your mind. The other thing is that we will connect you to resources across the country. And so that is the big push, because you can't just pray for somebody and not help them. It's called discipleship. You have to walk them through the entire path. And so that is the main element of TRN, is to help people.
So I will want to stay in touch with you.
Yes.
So please give me your card or something,
I
because
will.
I will stay in touch with you.
Yes.
So we'll talk later about that. But yeah, it was great chatting with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having
What was
me.
your first name?
My first name is Mark.
Mark.
Yes.
Mark.
Yes.
And Mack.
And Matt and the other guys.
Yes, Mike.
But Mike. We had a lot of M&M's, you know. Well,
I'm gonna have your card.
yeah, thank you.
Definitely. I definitely want to stay in touch with you.
Let me get you.
Do you have a Roku or Amazon TV? Do you?
You know, we're starting all of that in January.
You're gonna have a channel?
Yeah, who's your TRN channel?
Did you already secure that? Because that's one of the things I do.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd like to talk to you about that. Even
Well, if you
more.
already have somebody, you know, I don't want to interrupt
Are
your.
we still on?
Yeah, but we are streaming live from the Harley Davidson showroom down here in Tampa, Florida, off of Adamo Drive near the 301, and it is the Eyes of Freedom traveling tour of all this artwork you see here, and we have Gold Star families and some military, ex-military veterans coming through, just to celebrate, you know, the sacrifice. And it's a celebration. We're really not keeping this as a somber experience. So guys, if you feel like it and you want to give anyone a shout out, just come right up, pick up the mic, say something. I'm just gonna put the mic down. If you feel like it, just come give a shout out, say whatever on TV.
Oh, here it is.
Microphone.
Oh, it's right here. Okay. Hi. Here we are.
Hi, this is Shirley, and I'm with Sean.
Hello. Sean Flaherty with the Eyes of Freedom. Shirley with Harley Davidson.
Shirley Steele with Brandon Harley Davidson. We just thought we'd grab the mic and talk to you for a little bit. Sean, you want to go first?
Sure. You want me to hold the mic, or you want to? Okay. I'm new to this. Yeah, we're very, very, very happy to be in Brandon Harley Davidson. As you can see, the exhibits here looks amazing. And we really don't know what we're doing. We were told to come over here, so we're just going to have fun and talk randomly. And we've been sharing stories about this and everything for...
You want to share a story?
Yeah, I can share a story with you real quick. Let's see what you can see on screen. So I'll do this. Let's see.
Do you want me to go point to it?
No, I can, right here. This gentleman in this painting, he is one of right here. The two photos the artist Anita Miller had to base his face on, he had green swimming goggles on, and she did not want to paint him with green swimming goggles. So Anita Miller is her name, and very spiritual, and she went up to him and said, listen, if you want painted correctly, I got to see the color of your eyes. And in her mind, she saw Battleship Gray. So she painted his eyes Battleship Gray, and when his family came to the studio to see what she had created, they said, where is this photo you have of his eyes? They're perfect. So each individual, each Marine and Navy Corpsman that's in the set has a story like that. So lots and lots of stories about this.
Perfect.
Want to say anything?
I love that you shared that, Sean. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This has meant a lot to me to have this in. It's such a touching tribute, and I always tell people that freedom comes with a great big price that we take for granted every day, and this right here is just a small a fraction of the lives that have been lost for us to have what we do in this country. It has touched me to see this artwork to have the guys come out, to have people come out and look at it and to see the emotions that they have on their face. So I appreciate Eyes of Freedom to bring this out to our dealership and let us be a part of it.
And check us out on eyesofreedom.org. Follow us, because you never know when we're going to come back to Florida. Getting the Ohio people down here to Florida in the winter,
It'll be easy.
It'll be very easy.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Oh, look, now there's nobody here.
Wait.
So guys, while I was here, I got my husband a Harley Davidson t-shirt. Hey honey, surprise! Yeah, this place is so cool, guys. It's so cool. Hey guys, Trudy Behrman here, PSI TV, streaming live from the Harley Davidson location down in Brandon, off of Adamo and near 301. They are hosting the Eyes of Freedom art tour, and I don't know if you can see those beautiful life-size paintings, and right there is a piece of sculpture, and it's capturing PTSD. Underneath all those life-size paintings are the boots of the actual fallen, and this tour also had Gold Star families. Now, a Gold Star family is a family who has lost someone in the military, in active duty. And as one mom told me, it's the club you don't want to be a part of, you become. So I did it, you know, I was live streaming much earlier, but we just started out to Facebook. So I just wanted to catch you guys up. So we are here at the Harley Davidson location. We've had multiple interviews so far with lots of people. We're actually at the tail end, so I apologize for not getting this up on Facebook before. I was surprised they gave me, wow, not expecting this at all, a certificate. Proudly presented to PSI TV, a certificate of appreciation for supporting the Veteran Arts Center of Tampa Bay, Eyes of Freedom. So guys, we at PSI TV are absolutely honored to serve those who have served and to be a part of this amazing tour at this amazing location. And I got my husband a gift. Shh, I'll show you. Now, how could I ever come to the Harley Davidson showroom and not get something? Ah! Yeah! I got my husband this cool t-shirt. It's cool, right? Guys, this is as American as it can get. When I was asking how old Harley Davidson is, I put the employee on the spot. She couldn't give me the exact year, but she said 2003. They had already been here for 100 years, so 2003. So it's been a while, right? And then we add in that they've supported the military for a long time. They are very active with the vets. This was a great merger of art and everything American. It's just an amazing place. Tomorrow they have another, it's a wrap-up of the event, so come on out tomorrow. There's gonna be food and vendors and their restaurant, and just amazing. And I understand the restaurants open all the time. I didn't know there was a restaurant here, so guess what? Some place to come check out, right? So yeah, this place is very cool. The showroom is amazing. There's a service dog in here, you probably heard barking. The motorcycles come in the showroom and you hear the roaring, powerful rev. It's just amazing. The motorcycle, hey, thank you, there we go. Yeah, and it's just, this is a, you know, this is just iconic. It's just amazing. So come on down.
I know. I'm like, what am I doing? Now you can see where I just noticed. It's like, oh my God, I'm being recorded.
Yeah, you're being recorded. Give a shout out. Say hi or something. I don't know.
Hi everyone.
Do you have someone in the military? Do you have a veteran in your life? So in my family, my father-in-law, now passed, was a colonel in the U.S. Air Force, and my sister also was in the Army. And my son wanted so bad to be in the military, but he got injured, so he didn't get in, but that was his heart. His stepbrother was Marine, Jordan. Jordan, if you're watching, hi. Jordan is ex-Marine, and yeah, if you have a military person in your life, we just want to thank you for the service. And if they made a sacrifice, as it says here, some gave all gave some gave all. So that's how it is. But this is not meant to be a somber event. This tour with this art, this life-size art, and the boots of the men who served is meant to be a celebration. And then we have Macksam, who put it on, and he is in charge of a local Tampa outfit that does mental health through art therapy. So he is the one who brought the tour here, and it's being hosted at the Brandon Harley Davidson showroom. Trudy Behrman here, PSI TV live streaming, and now we're actually out on Facebook. We were just live streaming to Roku and Amazon earlier, but I just got it connected to Facebook. We had some internet issues.
Representative from a Gold Star Fathers to speak with you.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hi. Let me grab my...
What am I doing here?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Hang on to this so that you know what channel to download.
Okay.
We are streaming live from the Brandon Harley Davidson showroom, and we have a Gold Star family member here with us today. Sir, your name is?
Carlos Del Castillo.
And your family member that served?
So it's First Lieutenant Dimitri Del Castillo. He was, I'm talking to you. Dimitri was 24. He was a West Point graduate. Went on to become a Ranger. He was assigned to the 25th Infantry Division out of Hawaii, and was deployed in 2011. And that was his first deployment and his only deployment.
Were you here for the display, or did you come to Harley and see the display?
I came forward to the display. I know Mack, and he told me this was going to be here, and I was hoping I could get away. And then they asked my wife to volunteer to handle some of the responsibilities here, so it just worked out perfectly for us to be able to meet up and for me to see this just amazing tribute.
It is an amazing tribute, a life-size painting, and the boots, and the stories, and the statue. It really is.
It's truly it's heart-wrenching in the sense that they're so real.
And so young.
And you can just see these guys. They're all just amazing young men. Really, obviously hits a chord with me. Sorry to see these guys gone.
Thank you for sharing.
It's but it's a beautiful exhibit, and I hope that anyone who gets a chance to come see this, wherever it's located across the country, takes the time to go see it. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, and we should never forget. We should never forget.
Well, there's a lot of people I know that would love to come honor these young men, and I know there's a lot of folks in this country that will never forget and will always honor these men and women who served our country and love our military. That's a great thing.
Yes, and I am so amazed with Brandon Harley Davidson for making their showroom available for this. It's a really great location for this. It's a marriage of everything American. I think it is a really great thing they've done. It's a beautiful exhibit. I'm enjoying it. Did you want to say anything?
Cell tower, Richie, cell tower, please.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you so much for letting me say a few words.
Yes.
And mention my son's name.
Yes.
And it's great to see things like this, exhibits like this, that continue to remind the American people about the sacrifice for all our freedom.
Yes. to those of you who do not respect that, I am personally not happy with you about that. I have no problem saying that. This is as real as it gets. How old is your son? You said?
He was 24 when he died. He actually just celebrated his 24th birthday.
Prime of his life. Do you have other children?
I do have an older son and a younger daughter, and you know, they still struggle with it to a degree. They love their brother, but we do our best to honor him and remember him, and we never stop talking about him. It comes up in conversation with all of his cousins and aunts and uncles all the time. We never shy away from it. We don't act like it didn't happen. We talk about him a lot. We always raise a toast to him whenever we have an adult beverage in our hand. We always raise a glass to Dimitri. And
like they had that when they had the settings for the 13 that never came back.
Exactly. So in our own way, we keep him there with us in every event we celebrate.
So this is right now live on TV, which obviously you can't watch because you're here.
Right.
But give it about 24 hours, and it will be there as a regular show. Now, it's several hours of show by this point, so it will just be there. But what I'm going to attempt to do is to cut out some of the dead air, because what I'm afraid of is that when somebody sees dead air, they may not watch the next spot. But I've been trying to catch everything.
Can you cut out the parts where I kind of get emotional?
Nope. We're going to keep it real. What was your name again?
Carlos.
We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it real. It is. We want to honor your son. And you know what? You love him in the present.
Of course.
It's not a past feeling. This is a present feeling. These are present emotions.
Right. It's been 10 years.
That's all right.
It's been 10 years since he
and
passed.
10 more. It's
just like it happened yesterday, though. It's a tough experience, and it's right out of that scene from Saving Private Ryan, where where the mom has the chaplain and the officer come to the door, and that's exactly what happens. And I saw them knocking on the door on the Sunday, and I knew exactly why they were there, because I'd already heard that they were engaged in combat, and just had a bad feeling. As she can tell you, I was restless the entire 24 hours prior, and those guys knocking on our door that afternoon, 1:21 p.m. Never forget. Captain and a chaplain. Poor captain, he never done this before, and he was shaking. I had to get him a glass of water to calm him down so he could tell me what to do. I feel so sorry for him, but we got through it. So I would just tell everybody who's watching this video, any opportunity you get to come see this exhibit, or anything you can do to honor our fallen, or our current military, or anyone who's served, it's tremendously appreciated. Give them a hug, tell them thanks, shake their hands, whatever you feel you can do. It goes a long way.
And for the families too, and for sure for the families too, because you guys are still dealing with it. So
Sure. I would tell you, as a Gold Star father, the best suggestion I can give you is feel free to try to broach the subject. We love to talk about our children, and we won't shy away from it. Some don't want to talk about it, and I'm not going to tell you every Gold Star family out there wants to talk about their fallen child, but many still do, and they actually may embrace it more than you think.
Well, I'm glad I was able to do this. And when Mack invited me to, I said, this is the one I wanted to be at. I wanted to talk to you guys. I wanted you to share the stories. That was just, I felt like that was.
Thank you so much.
That was.
I appreciate it.
That was, for me, the high point of this whole thing. That's what I wanted to be a part of. So.
Good. Thank you. I'm glad you allowed the opportunity for us to speak.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carlos.
All right.
A lot of the moms came over and talked to you.
But I don't know what a lot means, because I don't know how many were actually here. And some talk to me off camera, so yeah. So I'll tell you that. Some talk to me off camera.
I have my spokesperson.
Right. Yeah, we have a mom off camera. Her husband Carlos was just here, so we voluntold. Yeah, we've had some families share off camera. They did want to share their stories, but not necessarily on camera. So thank you so much, Carlos. And your name is Kathy. Okay, guys, I'll be wrapping up soon, but you see that group over there? They're just hearing the whole story about this exhibit, and maybe some of them will pop over here and say hi, but I'll be packing up. Again, Trudy Bierman, PSI TV. We're streaming live from the Harley Davidson showroom here in Brandon, just off of Adamo near the 301, and they have been hosting the Eyes of Freedom tour, life-size art pieces of the fallen who served, and it's been my absolute honor to be a part of this, and this is American as it can get, guys. American as it can get.
Who am I talking to if I get on the mic? You heard me? Who do I talk to if I get on the mic? Just anybody? Okay. Hello, everyone.
Look here. You can see there. You'll be here, but look there.
Look there. Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Takia Chase Smith. I am with Military Sorority Sigma Phi Psi, and I'm just saying hello to everyone. Thank you for your service and all that you do for our country.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. Anybody else before I say?
Yeah, I would love to wrap it up with us, and we are just glad to have, you know, PSI TV live here with us from Brandon Harley Davidson. It has been an amazing few days. We are going to be here all day tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. before we pack up, and we've had a lot of great veterans, a lot of great Gold Star families today. It's just been a great event, and I can't thank PSI TV enough for being here, capturing this today, and the Eyes of Freedom will continue traveling the country for many years to come. If you'd like to see where we're at in the world or follow up, catch up with us, just look up eyesoffreedom.org. And I know that we're going to be traveling long enough that this won't be the last time we see PSI TV either. So keep staying tuned, and I appreciate you guys looking in. Hurrah!
Hey, so Tampa Art Center is here, brought us Eyes of Freedom. Please come out tomorrow. We'll be here all day. Remember, you're never alone. We're here for you, and we're here to promote cohesiveness and keep it together using the arts so that no veteran, family, first responders, or anybody feels alone. So please come out with us and support us. Come see this beautiful exhibit. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you, Martha. Okay, guys, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.